follows you.
Yeah. What happens now? What would they do?
What's like Sparrow selfishly?
Oh yeah. I never quite understood the idea of doing sequels and stuff like that until, like as an actor, you think, I played this character for months and months and months, and I've really gotten to know the guy, and I really got to love the guy, and then the clock starts ticking, and the end is coming, and you go, Jesus, I'll never see him again. I'll never see him. I'll never feel this again. So you start to get depressed and all that. And with Jack Sparrow, I had a sneaking suspicion that I might see him again. And so as I was saying, selfishly, I was so excited to come back and do 2 and 3 just because I wanted to meet up with him again. I just wanted to be him again.
That's special.
I wouldn't say there's anything particularly special about him. It's just it's someone that I've gotten to know, and you do end up with these weird. It's a very strange situation where as a grown man, you start having separation anxiety with an imaginary character. It's worrisome because it's not normal, but you can't stop yourself. I like the guy. He's a pal.
Another person you've collaborated with is Terry Gilliam. He's kind of back this year with 2 movies. He's been talking a lot about coming back to Don Quixote again.
Yeah.
I just watched the Macho one more time. Would you be interested in doing that again, going back into that with him and trying to do that movie, make a movie now? Or?
Oh, I'd love to. If there's any way to avoid the curse, that would be better. Yeah. Every time I see him, he threatens this. In fact, I saw him last night. Yeah, I'd love to do it again. Do it again. I don't want to do that again. I'd love to do a film, if at all possible. And I stress that, if at all possible, because it was going to be good. That was the thing we all felt. It was really sad. It was really going to be good. It was like the best of Terry Gilliam, and I felt really good about my character. And the good news is, if he wants to go back and do that, I already know the character, so I have less homework to do.
Yes, producer on it now.
Yeah, exactly. Jeremy, I think. Jeremy Thomas.
Yeah, talking again about homework and preparing for characters. So I know you said that you weren't able to prepare as much for pictures as other characters.
I was able, but I didn't.
You didn't? Okay.
Only because there's no excuse. I thought we were going to do it later.
One of the things that's great about the characters, there's such ambiguity about his feelings and motivations. I mean, a lot of films, animated films particularly, and it's very obvious what the characters are feeling. And this one, it's really kind of a nice play, and so on. In terms of his relationship with the 2 women and how his feelings change and he goes from one to the other sort of emotionally. Can you tell us how you read the character yourself? Not that there's any one way to read it, but how did you feel about Victor's progression through this story?
Well, he felt like a guy that I knew when I read it. He felt like he didn't feel all that dissimilar from other characters that I played for Tim in a lot of ways. It's just sort of base emotional feeling. Yeah, kind of along the lines of Scissorhands. Is what I felt. I didn't know. The funny thing is, I didn't expect to get to a point where I, as a reader, or I, as a viewer, would step outside of the actor in me, and go, "Oh man, I think you should stay with the corpse bride." I really found myself in that dilemma, which helped a lot when we were recording it, because I really did. Even in reading it, I felt, man, I know, Victoria Everglot is fantastic and everything, and thank God they fell in love. But I mean, the corpse bride is so magnificent, and have you ever looked at a corpse and thought, wow, she's really sexy? She is wildly sexy.
Just following up from what you just said, Corpse Bride presents a very benevolent view of an afterlife. It's a much more fun place than the land of the living. I just wondered if that point of view concurred with your views on an afterlife. That's
a complete mystery to me. I think it would be great if you one day just went to sleep and woke up and it was 1920s Paris. That'd be excellent. But I don't know, because there could be just sort of dirt and worms. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I certainly hope so. It was a pretty snazzy place that Tim dreamed up for the land of the dead. Yeah, I don't know. Is it heaven? Is it hell? Is it purgatory? Maybe this is the land of the dead. We do not know.
We have time for one more question.
Right now. Yeah.
You always liked odd and lovable characters through your career, and the only thing that changed recently is that they make shitloads of money now while you're playing them. I was wondering, now that you're Mr. Blockbuster, how that changed your life and your work also. I mean, do you feel more pressure to choose things, or how did that change also your life?
No, I mean, it hasn't changed my. Here's an oxymoron for you: work ethic. It hasn't changed my approach to the work. It hasn't changed my outlook to the work. I've been very, very lucky in my life that I have worn many hats, literally. And I'd love to show them all to you. No, I mean, I've done everything from sold ink pens over the telephone to screen printed T-shirts, for construction. I was a musician for a number of years. I was a busboy. I've done a lot of different things, and I've had a great deal of luck in this business. So I'm somewhat together enough to know that if the ride is going smooth and fun and well and everything's peachy keen this week, that all that could evaporate next week, and then I'm once again that weird guy that does art films, which is okay. So I mean, I always said I never had any allergy to the idea of commercial success. It was how you got there that was important.
Why did you? Thank you. That's all we have time for. Thank you.
1 minute.